Okay, so now we're just gonna look at Kimura finishing mechanics. We start in side control, but this applies for anywhere. So let's just lock up our Kimura initially. Now what I wanna think about when I'm in Kimura, I don't wanna be perpendicular to my opponent. I wanna be running down what it's called the power line. The power line is the line from his shoulder to his hip. So what that's gonna look like is I'm gonna put my hips on his shoulder and my head is gonna come over his hip. Now I'm gonna step over. When I step over, what I wanna do is I wanna make sure that I have what's called a pulling Kimura rather than a pushing Kimura. Abel is significantly stronger than me, so if I just go to push with my arm and he resists, push back on me, it's gonna be very hard for me to finish. So now what I do is I just bring my elbow to his elbow, bring my head away from my head towards his hip, away from him. And now all I look to do is I look to bring my elbow to the ceiling. So now even if Abel resists, I have a really strong finish, effortless finish. So again, just looking at it again. So I have side control, I lock up my Kimura. What I look to do is I get my hips over his right shoulder and my head over his left hip. When I step over, I'm not dropping my hip to the floor. I'm just stepping over his head to prevent his head from moving. But again, here I don't even have a good lock on him, but I have a sufficient enough lock to prevent his hands from moving. Again, all I look to do is I look to get my elbow to his elbow, my head over his hip, try to get his elbow to line up his shoulder, and I'll just pull up. I have an extremely strong finish from here. And that's the Kimura.